Hello everybody. Welcome to JB's RCs. JB here. It's your first time here. Do lots of running videos for some 1/10 scale crawlers. Also do a little bit of bashing and some boats. And if you look further back in my videos, there'll be a lot more bashing. Boats, drones, planes, all sorts of remote control stuff. Remote control world. Today, we're out with the Axial SCX10 Pro. We got this on a trade for an RC four-wheel drive TF2. It was a great trade. This has a brushless outrunner motor, as you can hear already. If you're not familiar with that, that whining noise is an outrunner brushless. They do make a few ESCs that I know of. There's a Silent Assassin and possibly a nowadays a Rhino crawler ESC. They're 32-bit, and from what I understand, the 32 bits take away that noise that happens. It is a little bit annoying when you're driving it, I won't lie, but it is fantastic and the only way to go as far as crawling goes, in my opinion. Those outrunner motors have a ton of torque because the outside of the can is spinning instead of the inside. So the weight of the can itself is kind of like momentum for it. They also can go super slow, up and downhill, very good for modulation. Other than that, this is running a 45 kg Metal Gear waterproof servo. It's got an NSDRC RS100 winch on the front there. Pretty much don't need it though, as you can see. This really runs some great lines. It does have a lot of brass front and rear, so it's very heavy. I have it sitting down quite low. Still running stock shocks, stock gearbox, stock drive shafts. And besides all the brass added to the axles, they are stock axles, the straight axles. So even for a straight axle truck, it makes it even more mesmerizing as how fantastic it runs. Got some 1/9 beautiful bead locks on there. Those are Treal 1/9 metal bead locks. And the Jconcepts T holds. Those are the 475 size on there. I do have some brass spacers on the front, so it's running about 10 millimeters wider on the front axle than the rear. That helps you run through gates if you're a competition crawler guy. I just like it because it actually helps pull the front end around a little better. I think it's running 40% overdrive in the front or 40% underdrive in the rear. I'm not sure which. Got a 3S lipo in there, of course. If I didn't mention already, it's the Castle Copperhead ESC that's in there. That's running 8.4 volt BEC, one of the very few stock ESCs you can get without running a BEC that'll run more than 7.4 volts. And more of the cheapy ones only run 6 volts to your accessories. And of course for your servo, you want a little more than that. 6 volts is just enough for a very light truck to work well. Anything over like 7 pounds, I would definitely go with the 7.4 or get a Castle and do the 8.4. A little bit of a pain to program those. You have to get a program card that just is a quick one. Or you can get the Castle Link that you plug it into your computer. And that's just a lot of hassle to plug everything in and do all the parameters and download everything on the computer. And I wish they would make it a little easier, kind of like a Hobby Wing or a Spectrum. You just buy a little program box and plug it right into the ESC, and it has all the parameters there. But you do get a lot more parameters with the Castle. It's just more of a pain in the butt to program itself. And then my favorite part of the truck, in case you haven't noticed already, is that beautiful new Jconcepts Warlord body on there. It's like a Jeep pickup body. If you look at it from the front, it's got like a Jeep front end on it. Of course, I got that cut up real good, fitting it almost like an LCG. Well, this is, I think, my only truck that has an LCG type chassis, even though it's the 10 Pro. You can kind of see when you see underneath there, that bottom part of the chassis. You see how it sticks down more in the front than the back. That's how you can tell an LCG chassis. It's not flat on the bottom. It's going to lean forward, and it helps you get over those obstacles, especially when I'm so low to the ground and with straight axles on here. It helps a lot. This is definitely one of those point and shoot kind of trucks. It really doesn't take the fun out of it for me because it's the only one of those trucks that I really have. Yeah, that line right there is tough. I only have a couple of my trucks that can make it up that. It's like a little valley in there. This one I didn't think was going to because that front axle is so wide with those spacers on there. But it did, no problem. Those T-holds really showing their strength. And I know I'm going to have somebody ask why I run them backwards, but as far as I know, they're running forwards. I know the tread looks weird, but if you get up close, On one side of those lugs that stick out, there is little ridges, and on the other side there isn't. So I have the ridges facing forward. It gives you that little bit of extra grip on there, because on the other side it's just the big lug that's sticking up with no little ridges for grip. And it seems to work out great for me. So maybe they are backwards. If they are, it's kind of silly they would put the ridges on the back side of the tire, so they would never touch ground pretty much ever. So I believe I am running them in the right direction for anybody who's wondering. Other than that, just got some bungee cords holding my tow strap over there. I got a rock anchor on the tow strap for the winch. Running 3S lipo. And I have actually have a Dumbo RC 6-channel for the receiver transmitter. I'm working just fine. So hope you guys love this truck as much as I do. I really love that paint job on that Warlord body too. It's got that purple and green iridescent on the center, like down the sides of the body. And then on the roof, it's black. And then I have some charcoal on the center of the hood and in the bed of the truck. Turned out real nice, I think. Especially when you get a good shot of it in the sun. It really, really shines nice. And the body itself, especially the roof on there, came with an extra piece that goes on top of the roof that's already part of the Lexan body itself. So very impressed with that. It gives it a little bit more sturdiness on the top. So I painted that, and then I got 4 little screws holding it into the top there. It also gives it like a sun visor over the front windshield. If you look up close when it's near the camera here, you can see that there's this little overhang. Yeah, see right there, you can even see the shadow from it. There's a little overhang on the front there that this looks kind of cool. But yeah, really love this truck. Hope you guys love it too. Thanks again, everybody, for staying tuned and watching my videos. I got plenty more for you coming. So keep in touch, stay around. We'll definitely be throwing some more videos up for you. All my trucks, I got some new ones coming, some new trucks that I got. I did a little bit of trading, bought a few used trucks, did a bunch of work to all of them. So you guys will see all that stuff that's been going on over the summer. Like, I've just been trying to do a lot of stuff inside because it's so hot right now in Florida. It's one of the hotter summers since I've been here. And I've been here for 25 years now, so just surprising how humid and hot it's been. Even people that I know that have grew up here, friends of mine that I've met down here, are saying that it's hotter than any other summer that they've ever can remember. So we'll see what happens next year after that. But as of right now, even a couple of places that we go to do our crawling are closed because it's so hot outside. They don't want people to have heat strokes and get in trouble. So hopefully come fall, we'll open up those places and get back there. So please, guys, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and smash that notification button if you haven't already. If you have, thanks again. I really appreciate all the support. It means a lot to me. And we'll see you next time. Get out there and have some fun.